So today you're going to learn how a few tweaks to your golf swing and a few different concepts around impact can stop you swinging over the top or out to in. So welcome to the beautiful Arden course here at the Forest of Arden. This is the 6th hole, and we're going to use this situation to talk about stopping the out to in, the over the top, the cutting across the golf ball that many golfers suffer with. So in today's lesson, you are going to learn how the top of the backswing is really important and how the first move down can really eliminate the out to in from your golf game. We're also going to give you a couple of ideas and concepts that you can use on the golf course, which are non-technical, to really help you hit more into out. And certainly going to help you for a fade or a slice of the golf when you feel that's costing you distance. So number one thing that we're going to try and do in this video is change the top of the backswing. Now, for many of you, the golf club is going to be traveling at a pretty high speed, up to 100, 110 miles an hour. So what we often find is it's much easier to change where the golf club is coming from as opposed to changing what it's doing on the way down. So it's really important we get the top of the backswing correct. And we're going to talk in this video about depth. So depth being how far the grip of the golf club has moved this way relative to its starting position. So this would be an example of a golf swing where there's very, very little depth. So you can see that the grip hasn't really moved inwards at all. As I start my downswing, very easy for that club to go out in front of me, and we're really encouraging that out to in swing. This would be a golf swing where there's lots of depth. Now you can see the grip has moved a significant distance inwards from the golf ball. Now as I start to rotate, I've got room where the golf club can move out in front of me, yet I'm still not coming over the top. Now obviously we don't want to take this to the extreme and we don't want this golf swing to get very flat and very rounded, but this is a great concept and a great thing for you to practice if you are that golfer coming over the top. Here's what I want you to do, and you might need a mirror or a reflection or some sort of way of videoing your golf swing to see or help with this, but we're going to try and get the grip end of the golf club around about level with your heels at the top of the golf swing. So if I demonstrate what that would look like, backswing, and we can see how the grip of the golf club is roughly over my heels. I certainly wouldn't want it getting towards the toes or the laces, because that's really not enough depth in your backswing. So what contributes to depth? Well, one of the real big factors is how much we rotate our body. So as you're trying to get that grip, more over your heels, you might have to feel like you're rotating your body a little bit more, and that might be through the knees, the hips, and the torso, as well as the shoulders. So the whole body rotating more is really going to help you create that depth, and that's really important when we're looking at trying to deliver the club more from the inside. So depth is really important, that's number one. Number two is something we call side bend. So side bend would be this movement here where you can see how my shoulders are dropping and I'm tilting to my right. Now there's two ways I can add side bend. I can move my head backwards or I can move my hips forwards. Both are creating the same movement. The second demonstration there is what we would tend to see happening in the golf swing, or more importantly, what we'd like to see happening in the golf swing. So once I've got my backswing and I'm happy that I've got enough depth, I want some lateral movement with the lower body towards the target. You can see how my hips are moving towards the target, yet my head is staying pretty central. That's adding side bend. Now what side bend does is it creates the slightly more downward movement of the golf club. If you're that golfer who's coming over the top, you've probably got too much outward movement in the downswing. So side bend is really important, because if you think what we're doing here is we're creating some more depth in the backswing, and then we're using a movement in the downswing which creates a more downward movement of the golf club. So if we think about those in two extremes, this is not how you swing a golf club, but two extremes. We create lots of depth, and then as we start our downswing, we create some downward movement of the golf club. Well, there's really only one place I'm going to swing that golf club now, and that's more out to the right of the target. I'm going to find it very difficult, if not impossible, to swing out to in or left of my target from here. So the early part of the downswing and where we finish our backswing are really important if we're trying to eliminate that out to in or over the top. So that's kind of technical. That's the kind of things that you might do in practice, might be at home with a reflection or a mirror, but what can you do on the golf course which is going to help you? Well, the first thing I really want you to do is use the golf ball and actually set the logo on the inside back of the golf ball. So as I look down at that golf ball, if the top of the golf ball over there is 12 o'clock, I'm setting that logo around about 4 or 5 o'clock visually to me on that golf ball. The other thing I'm going to do is when I take my starting position, I'm going to use my shoulders and I'm going to rotate and drag the golf club along the ground by maybe a foot. And what I'm going to do when I'm hitting golf balls is I'm really going to feel like my golf club makes contact with that logo. That logo is what I feel the inside back of the golf ball. Now the reality is the golf club makes contact with the back of the golf ball, whatever we do, but this is a great visual for those golfers who are swinging out to in, swinging left, to have that sensation of swinging more up the right-hand side. Now these are the things that you can do on the golf course. Less technical, more concept focused ideas or things that you can do to help you change the pattern of your golf swing. So let's go ahead and see if we can do the things that we've mentioned in this video. So we're going to take our starting position. We're going to start with the golf club a foot behind the golf ball, and I'm now going to create some depth, have some side bend and hit that logo. Now that was a huge draw. That almost hit that tree on the right hand side. It's turned to the left and it's actually left side of the fairway. Now that was a lot of shape, a big right to left shape. What does that tell me about my golf swing? Well, it tells me that my club travelled very much in to out, so certainly no out to win in that golf swing. Now, the reason that ball had so much shape is because that's my natural shape. So doing those drills accentuates that and makes that happen probably too much in my case. So this isn't something I would work on, but if you're a slicer, a fader, you're cutting across the golf ball, the strikes don't feel good. Those things that we've covered in this video are going to really help you strengthen that ball flight, hit more fairways with more distance and more repeatably. That's exactly what we're going to get you to do in this video, and that's exactly what you want if you're watching this video because you swing out to win. It's horrible. We see those balls starting down the middle and they slice off to the right. We lose distance, we lose golf balls. So trying these little exercises, these drills and these concepts on the golf course will help you hit more fairways with more distance, and that's going to help hopefully your enjoyment of the golf course as well. Right, thank you very much for watching. Usual stuff as always is down below. You've got the comments box down there, the like button. I really appreciate a thumbs up if you did like the video, and also that subscriber link over there. Give that a click, be part of my channel, and we can help you play some better golf and lower your scores. Thanks for watching.